everybody out there in YouTube land, is the one and only infamous aka Insanity here, bringing you another video. This video is pretty much me showcasing how I go about creating my championships. Right now, what you're seeing, obviously from the title, is me creating the Independent Championship. RTW Attitudes Independent Championship. And pretty much what I do when it comes to creating my titles, I do not have any type of idea or any set look that I want for my titles. I just go in and place things on top of things to see how it works. Most of the titles that I create on here so far is just literally in-game stuff. You have some of the titles where I have my logos to the show, whether it's the IWF Championship with the logo in the middle, or the Attitude Championship, which you'll see later with the logo in the middle. But other than that, everything else is just in-game. Now, here's what you have to do. If you want to sit there and create a championship, which is pretty much self-explanatory and pretty much easy, all you have to do is just go in there and just play with things. Use everything to your advantage. You know, as you can see, I use this logo right here to put over the Brahma Bull to try to make the whole thing black, because I wanted to use the black circle, but unfortunately you still see the bulge from the Brahma Bull. So right now I'm still sitting here trying to find something, anything to place in the middle of this that I actually can work with. Now, there's a lot of these things I can work with. If I was sitting here creating championships for, you know, the real wrestlers, as you can see right here, this Brahma Bull championship right now, you know, you add a little something here and there and it'll come out looking dope. I decided to go with this because I like the little spiky things at the top and the bottom. And you know, as you can see, well, when you will see later on in the video, you know, the look that the spiky things give the championships. Now right there, if I was making a WWF championship right there, I mean a WWE championship, right there is a good enough title. You can just keep it like that, the way it was. But you know, I just wanted the spiky things on the top, so I put the globe in the middle. I use that globe a lot. I use the globes a lot in my championships. I know I gotta stop doing that because it's getting old right now. But yeah, you use everything to your advantage. I don't go into it and I don't look at the pieces as the things that they are. You know, I don't look at the side plates or, you know, the pieces to the middle plates as what they are. I go in it and look at what I can use. You know, that's what I do. I go in it and look at what I can use. I can get a piece and be like, hey, I like the left side of this piece. I'm gonna try to use the left side of this piece to see what I can do with this. Just like the middle portion of the title, instead of using that piece as what it is, I just use that piece for the top and bottom spiky parts to, you know, give it a certain look. Now, as you can see, like I said, I'm just in here going through the things to see what I can add and what I can use. Now, trial and error. You don't always have to save everything. You can just, you know, click on a piece, move it around, stretch it, rotate it, put it wherever you know think it might look good, and just see how it looks. As you can see right now with this piece, that's exactly what I'm doing. I am just going through the pieces and seeing what I can do with these pieces. You know, it's not really that complicated. It's not as complicated as creating a character. Now, let's say you want your logo, but you also want your logo to be gold. One thing about that is you can just, if you got Photoshop or whatever whatever program you use to edit your photos or whatnot, you can make a background, like a circle background or a triangle or square background around your logo, whatever. You can paint it black, red, whatever color you want to paint it, but just leave the logo itself empty with nothing in it. Now, of course, you got to make sure that you leave you make your pictures what is it PNG. You make your pictures a PNG file, so when you put your logo with the empty logo, when you put your outline on the title with your empty logo, you can use the empty parts to put like gold in the middle of it. I didn't do it in this video, but when you see my Attitude Championship, you can see what I'm talking about when I say you can or just leave it empty. And obviously with whatever you put on top of it, the logo itself being empty is going to show whatever is behind it. So if you want it gold, you got to make sure you have that space gold. So when you put that logo on top of it, it's going to be gold. The logo itself is going to be gold, and you give it that look, give it that gold look, that realistic gold look, instead of having like a gold texture inside your picture, because the gold texture inside your picture is just going to come out looking like a picture instead of an actual belt or an actual gold piece on the belt. That's just a little tip there. But yeah, as you can see, all I do is go in here and not add. Just add and add and add to see what works and see what doesn't work. I actually add a lot of things to this championship, but then I take it away because it's not giving the look that I wanted, you know. But creating the championship is easy. Like I said, and as you can read in it, the title, this is the RTW Attitude's Independent Championship. Independent Championship was the old original IWF Championship that was won first by a character that I created named Billy Church. He was the first ever IWF World Heavyweight Champion. And, a storyline that I created for him was that he went to he won the championship, and when he won the championship, he also signed a contract with RTW to go to Attitude. And after he won the championship, the fans got word that he signed to RTW, and they booed him every time he came out for like the last month that he was there. And, they considered him to be a traitor. So, instead of calling him Billy Church, instead of chanting Billy Church like they normally did, they would chant Billy Traitor, Billy Traitor, and a good idea, at the time for the storyline was that, since the fans was calling him a traitor, and since he had the title, he was just going to leave the company with the championship. He was going to take the championship with him over there to RTW, so the fans and the company itself didn't have a championship, and that was the whole thing. He brought it over, and of course, again, storyline wise, since RTW and IWF are two different companies, we couldn't call it the IWF World Heavyweight Champion, so we just decided to go with the independent title. And the independent title became like one of the mid-card championships on RTW Attitude, held by none other than Billy Church. He brought it over. But then obviously in previous videos that you've seen the IWF Championship, so they got a new IWF title or whatnot, or whatever. That's pretty much a little backstory behind the title and how the title became what it is and whatnot. I love this Creative Championship feature. I think the Creative Championship feature is dope. Me personally, I think they need to add more middle plates and more side plates and more belt straps, because they got a decent amount, but when it comes to the side plates, you'll find yourself start using the same side plates over and over again, because like there's not that many side plates to choose from. So the side plates itself is like, there's a lot of championships between, WWF and WWE and ECW and WCW. There's a lot of championships in between those, and there should have been a lot more middle plates and a lot more plate pieces itself, like side plate pieces and the middle plate pieces. There should have been a lot more of those. There should have been a lot more straps, uh, a lot more strap options to have different straps other than the ones that they have in the game or whatnot. As you can see, I'm using my Attitude logo. This is one of the only custom logos that I use, that and the RTW logo. I put it that way so when the character wears it around his waist, you see the Attitude on the back of the strap. And you know, like, I guess, you know, just a little, something different, you know, something different. I didn't want to go too crazy with the straps, because I see a lot of people use like textures and stuff on the straps, and it just, to me, it just looks nasty. I don't like the way it looks. It doesn't look great at all. But yeah, you know, this could have been a lot more to this, but it's great. It's cool for what it is so far. Hopefully in 2017 we'll have a whole lot more options, and a whole lot more options with the Create an Arena. But I'm Insanity, and I'm out. Deuces.